Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. I've hit my desk with the chair, so you know it's going to be a good episode. There has been a patch for the beta, so I'm just going to start this one out by reading through it. I have a pretty good idea of what's in this already, but we'll see, right? So the big one they did was the change to Soul Guard. His Frostbite is now a resolve instead of an action, which means that it will not auto-win bosses anymore. Makes sense. Yeah, it just makes sense. I'll have a video eventually of the old Soul Guard. If you didn't see the old version of Frostbite Soul Guard, there will be a video up at some point from the stream because I played with it and went, wow, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. What else is there? Increased rally damage gain on Shardtail Queen. So basically, it looks like they're buffing Shardtail Queen. Wendleton's getting his Thornlord path hit, which makes sense because he was getting 150 health, which was kind of out of control. Soulguard is, I think he's effectively going to be like Hot Shark now, where he resolves to apply Frostbite to the whole floor, and he tanks. I think that's what he's going to be in the Cold Channel path. I'll have to play with it and see how it is. Will Fade got hit, and I don't know which one the Eternal Flame path is. I think that I'm gonna guess that that's the Endless path. Updated Seraph the Patient. Now here's a big one. Less narrow and less reliant on triggers to be a threat. Seraph's base attack is from 10 to 15. The rally trigger attack bonus was reduced from 5 to 2. It has an incant trigger which gives an attack increase of +1. Oh god. Ugh. So now silence is just like triply effective. I don't know, I'll play with that and see how I feel about it, right? We'll see how we feel about it in this round, presumably. And melee weakness now decays at the end of turn regardless of if a unit was hit in combat. Thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh. Early waves are easier, attackers are now instead the ones that gain a bonus on Slay, and made a few other tweaks. Oh god, they put in the 15 times 2 guys? They put in Shade Wings? Oh dear. So Seraph the Patient is... I had a feeling they were going to change Seraph. I kind of liked how Seraph played, but I agree that it was probably too easy outside of certain circumstances. In this run we are playing as Primordium also, so let's just get right into it now without any further ado. Reading over these changes, it's like Shardtail Queen definitely needed a nerf. I'm not surprised that they changed Seraph. I think that the Seraph was kind of cool, but he was also kind of an auto win if you just had a strong backline clearing card. I'm not super surprised. Oh boy, Umbra melting. We got... Oh, this means I'm gonna have to change. Hold on, let me open up my notepad. I have to change my Seraph documentation. In this video, I will aim to also update my Seraph the Patient spawn order info. Let me just get that up. So we have Rage Talos. I think Rage Talos is the easiest one of the three. I'm pretty sure. We have Darkness Arcus, which is Spell Shield Fell. Okay, nothing too scary here. We got Mind Collapse, Molten Encasement, Prism Retrieval. Sick. Solid, solid. Wing Steel is just so good. It's hard for me to see a world where I don't pick Wing Steel. Although, Advanced Prototype, we do have Dregs as our starter, by the way. And, of course, Primordium means Plink. There's a great case for Advanced Prototype. It lets me take every trial without much fear in this early game. So this is early game pickup, and this is a long-term pickup. Which one do I want here? Great question. Probably the early game pickup. I'm a little concerned about my Umbra melting here. I think that Umbra melting is just kind of getting screwed the longer that this game goes on. So Primordium, if you don't know the way that he works, he is essentially he's a multi-eat morsel. He has Buffet, and what Buffet is it's an increase to, or it means that he can be eaten 3 times, right? He has 3 paths: Stalwart Stack, which increases buffet stacks, and then Aggressive Edible, which increases his attack. I'm going to take Aggressive Edible because I think it's the best path. I don't necessarily know if it matters. Like, over time, this is a 30-15, and this is a 25-25. However, this takes longer to get going. I like aggressive edible. I'm gonna take it. But yeah, also don't, you know, a little bit of excitement at the start here, but don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe if you so desire. Probably gonna have some Slay the Spire coming up on the channel sometime soon, I imagine, so stay tuned for that as well. We're gonna slam every trial here because we took Advanced Prototype. I think that every trial is fine here. The Corgi trial might be a little awkward, but you know. Put him top 4. Now this is where you go, man, I fucking hate Plink. Card's just worthless. Just absolutely worthless. I mean, I guess it did some damage. So can I really call it worthless? Yes. I can. Watch me. So this Train Steward is going to be massive. Like, we could probably just press end turn now. May as well play it cool here. Play our spells out, but this guy's going to be huge. What we're going to be looking for here is basically anything. We're going to look for any unit from Umbra that has Gorge and has the has multi-strike is really important here. We're gonna fish for multi-strike and Gorge, more or less. Sick. But you can see, with Primordium, he gets out of control very fast on a unit. You'll notice. This boy is he's gonna end this combat as a 40 × 223. Even without the Advanced Prototype, these Train Stewards are able to crush extremely. Doesn't even get up there, but it doesn't matter. Solid. Yeah, we're just gonna try and find a good Umbra unit. We'll pick Antumbra Assault, and we'll probably end up removing Plink as fast as possible. Memento Mori is not great here, I don't think, and since we already have Stealth, I think we just chill and take nothing. Crucible Warden's a good choice. Big Sludge is kind of fun too, though. I do like a big Sludge, however. I'm gonna grab the Crucible Warden. Crucible Warden's pretty good in this Seraph as well. And so we just fish for a multi-strike here. Large Stone is probably okay. What's in here? Crucible Collector. I'm probably going to not take Crucible Collector and just plan around Crucible Warden. Am I going to take Morsel Maker? I'm not going to take Morsel Maker, although I think that his summoned morsels should not trigger Seraph's Rally. I had this with Morsel Master, where I played a morsel on a floor with Morsel Master, and Seraph only got 1 rally, not 2. I don't think either of these are good, though. I guess you could make a case for Crucible Collector, because we could have Crucible Warden as our main form of heavy killing DPS, and then Crucible Collector as our plan for the boss. And it's not the worst, and we just go all in on morsels and remove everything else, but I think our boss killing plan and our heavy killing... Basically, having Crucible Collector will allow us to kill the heavies that are going to go by in the early game, right? I think that for that plan, though, I would prefer to not have Crucible Collector. Whoops. I'd rather have Allied Construct. There's a few more banners. I'm not going to take it. I'm willing to give you Large Stone, and we'll look for a Large Stone multi-strike on him. And if he gets that, he'll probably just crush. He already crushes, but, you know. It's a solid looking start here. I'm willing to trade this Pyre Health away. And if we draw 1 Plink, we'll only take 3 damage, which is not insane to believe that we can see happen. Ah, solid. Great job, Plink. I think I'm going to not play Primordium on Crucible Warden, by the way. Yeah, because I can do it like this instead. Nah, well. A waste. But what we're going to do is we're going to put it into the Train Steward, because and with multi-strike, I think the Train Steward is your better choice to feed into Primordium right now. Instead of the Damage Shield Boy, because we'll kill these combats anyway, basically. So it doesn't really matter that much. Can I catch this Collector? I'm off by 1 space, unfortunately. We can still do this, and it's fine. Like, we have so much raw power in this early game that nothing's going to even make it to the top floor, I'm pretty sure. That middle floor is very daunting. Took 4 damage for the trial. Pretty good. Plink right on time. Plink actually got the kill there, which is unbelievable. Plink never kills anything for me. It's a rule. And yeah, we're gonna look for, at this point, we're just looking for, because I think that Umbra Melting has the most trouble with this boss. Although it may be a little easier now that they have rebalanced him. But I think Umbra Melting struggles because you don't kill backline through cards, you kill backline by surviving them and then hitting them back. And it's really hard to do that with Umbra Melting. With the damage shield, it may be possible. There's a case to be made for Wicklash so we can throw it on Primordium, but I don't think it's good. Like, the idea behind buffing Primordium, because if I give this guy a +5, he will give 15 per round instead of 10 per round. However, the problem with that is that it doesn't really, like, if I don't draw this card in the first, like, 2 turns, it's just worthless, right? And it's only +5 attack. I don't like it that much. You can, if you have buff cards, it's nice. I think that this guy goes the best with Awoken. But if you don't have him, it's still fine. He's just like a 3-trigger Morsel that gives a bunch of stats. Yo, what is this? Oh, they added the attuned info on here. That's kind of weird. Yeah, that feels kind of strange. So I like Morsel Master here. I don't know if I ever disliked Morsel Master. If I had to guess what my most picked card was across all the clans, it might be like, I'd probably pick Morsel Master every time they show him to me. I really am a big Morsel Master fan. Give me a +10. Another 25, or 20 rather. So the patch notes said that they added the enemies that gain damage on Slay to Seraph the Patient, which I'm pretty sure means they added Shade Wings to Seraph the Patient, which I don't think I need to tell you that that is terrifying, because basically what that patch note just said to me is potentially if you don't have an answer to dealing 5 damage on every turn, one of your units is going to be hit for 120 from 2 enemies, which is scary. I would say that is concerning. I would pose that as potentially a negative. Potentially, just potentially. However, with that being said, I don't have a follow-up to that. It's just with that being said, I am scared. I am very afraid. However, the changes to Seraph the Patient mean that chump blocking his spell weakness or melee weakness is going to be a little more reasonable as well, I believe. I'm going to continue to have a Train Steward be our finisher. We'll drop him a Molten Encasement or something like that. With his multi-strike, essentially the way that this looks right now, and the reason we're doing it like this, is if they walk past this Crucible Warden, which they should, then the heavy will get killed by the Train Steward, and then the next unit will also get killed by the Train Steward. That's the idea. Now, right here is the exact problem with Plink, right? I shouldn't play this card on the mid floor, right? I should play this on the bottom floor because I have the expected outcome of 1 Clergyman and then 1 hit on either Talos or Forge Disciple. But sometimes this happens and then I get no morsels, right? And that right there is my problem with Plink. If you're wondering why I don't like Plink, Exhibit A, right there. And it's just I think it's always right to play on the mid floor, but then again, as we've discussed in the past, maybe I just play where there's no possibility that I get extremely angry at the game. I'm not even that angry at this point, because like, here's the thing, I've moved on from getting angry at Plink. At this point, I'm just used to it, right? It's like, the expected outcome from Plink for me at this point is just disappointment. It's always gonna go wrong. And if it doesn't go wrong, then we go, oh wow, that's surprising. God, I hate this card so much. Oh, and but like, you know, and the problem and the reason that it can't be deal 1 to all 4s is because this 4 exists, right? This wave exists, and this is busted, right? Of course this is busted. You see this and you go, wow, Plink is out of control. Look at all those rubble morsels it just generated. I just can't. I can't handle Plink. I swear every single patch, something gets fucked up with Morsels. It's just like at this point it's just expected, right? Oh, new patch, I bet Morsels are gonna be fucking doomed again. Haha, here we go again. Oh no, the Morsels. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The rest of this episode is just me going, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, the Morsels. In those patch notes, they didn't say anything about their plans to make Plink. I would like to vote Plink off the island. That's all I'm saying here. Plink. Sorry, I should have, if this is your first experience with this champion, I should have showed you what Plink does. Plink is, at this point you probably picked up on it, you've plinked up on it, perhaps. I've already played and streamed 2 nights of this game, so this stuff is no longer new content for me, unfortunately. Although, actually, this shouldn't be your first episode of Primordium, because there's a stream highlight of me playing Primordium and playing with Plink. But essentially, Plink is deal 1 damage to a random enemy unit twice, and it generates a Morsel on Slay. The card is, by all accounts, a disaster. I just cannot. I will take Intent on Death and I will decide to win. Allied Construct is excellent. Okay, we win the game. I'm pretty sure that's everything we needed to win. I'm pretty sure that's everything we could have wanted. We're gonna go left because we need to hit a few unit upgrades. Multi-strike big. Multi-strike big. And then we give this guy health. And yeah, I mean, now it's just remove. It is just remove. And also, I guess we need to pick up some Morsel generators. So it's not everything we need, but that's basically as good as we could have hoped for. Stalwart Snack or Aggressive Edible 2. I kind of like going 1 Stalwart Snack, 2 Aggressive Edible. I believe this goes 10, 20, 40. Is it really 40? That'd be crazy. Have I seen Aggressive Edible 3? Let me just look. I have. It is 40. So he's worth 120 damage at Aggressive Edible 3. However, if I go Stalwart Snack 1, Aggressive Edible 2, it'll be 100 damage, but also it'll be worth 5 fuel stacks or 5 damage shield. Is that really that worth it? The fuel stacks are worth it. The damage shield isn't. Are we going to stick Morsel Master with Crucible Collector or Allied Construct now? I think it's fine to go Aggressive Edible all the way. I think that the raw attack is better. And the other thing is that once you finish him out, right? Once he's gone, you just have that 2 space for Morsels. Spikes 4. I don't like Spikes 4 because it's going to cause Primordium to kill himself, so I don't think it's worth it. We should... Every combat's really free except for haste. Also, when we lose space top 4, it's a little scary. I guess I should just Umbra Assault here. I have to play Allied Construct top 4, and I have to put Crucible Collector down here. The only way. So we do it like this for this combat. And we're gonna have to be a little flexible here and there. But, you know. Once we thin this deck out, we're gonna hopefully end with a 22 card deck here. Remove a bunch of starters and just add in a bunch of actual cards is the line from here on. We've also now reached the point where Advanced Prototype has completely fallen off and is not necessarily worthless, but we don't really have the space for it anywhere. Oh hey, we get to Intent on Death the Collector. Excellent. An extra 75 gold. Like, doing this is cool and all. We get to make a big damage shield steward, but what's he doing here? He's not able to do much unless I'm able to ping off the haste enemies, which I'm not able. I mean, I have Plink, so it never happens. Yeah, this is basically exactly how we want this to play out. Wow, Plink. Yo, what is that, Plink? You did it. Not an utter and complete disappointment. Excellent job. But we've now reached the point in the run, though, where I go, oh man, if only we had taken Wing Steel instead. However, I am still fine with the way we played this because we had the money to get to this point. You can make your cases for and against the way we played this out, right? Thanks, Plink. Ah, the duality of Plink. I have no morsel. Yeah, I have no way to generate morsels at this point because our main morsel generator is Plink, so this allied construct is now going to begin running out of health, or running out of steam, rather, because our Primordium is gone. And my only morsel generator in this deck is Plink, and also the Umbra assaults, I guess, but, you know. It's just, this is the exact time where I'm like, okay, and now you can see why Plink is a bad card, right? Just give me Shade Splitter, man. Just give me Shade Splitter. Ugh, I hate it. I will end my complaints about Plink here. However, I want you to understand that I have never disliked a card in this game as much as I do not like Plink. This card has no redeeming features. It makes me unhappy. The end. We're gonna, all we need now, I'm interested to see how this new Seraph plays, I suppose. No morsel generators here is very unfortunate. If I lose this run because I don't get a way to generate morsels, I'm going to be fine. Skip this. You can make a case for reform there, but I don't really like paying 2 energy to bring back a morsel. It might be what I needed to do, but I don't like it. I need to do some removing now. Can definitely remove some train stewards at this point. The advanced prototype is nice, but they have now outlived their usefulness. Permafrost. +10. +10 goes on Umbra assault for sure. -1, worthless. Holdover intent on death, absolutely. That's basically just an auto win against this Seraph, right? Stealthing through the Seraph is pretty free. A lot of my wins feel like they are by stealth, but you know, this minor refraction is insane. -2 space on a Gorger is so huge, and I'm not losing a upgrade slot either. Holy moly, that's insane. That is so lucky. Extremely fortunate. I am not afraid of multi-strike on Masters of Light here. Although maybe I should be. Maybe I should be, but I'm going to take it. I think it's fine. They're gonna kill my morsels, but they're gonna kill my morsels anyway. We're just going to have to stealth so that they don't kill my morsels. Mid-4 losing space is fine. Wow, okay. So, like, this is kind of crazy powerful. So what is my play for setup here? Is it Crucible Warden, Morsel Master, and then Construct Primordium? Because it might just be Crucible Warden, Morsel Master, Primordium now, and we just kind of leave the allied construct, but that doesn't seem right. Whatever I do, Primordium has to go top 4. I think I want to do this. Morsel Master is not going to survive this combat if I put him down here. I think that that's okay. Can't play these dregs anywhere because they feed rage. One of Primordium or Morsel Master were guaranteed to die on this combat, so I guess we can hit stealth also and then they don't die. Also, apparently this guy just walks by me anyway. I guess I just put a train steward down? Huh. First we're gonna do this. 15 damage here. I mean, 15 damage is enough to kill Master of Light. Guaranteed. This is a tough one. Because I want to leave space to play morsels onto this Crucible Warden, of course. However, Maybe I'm just gonna not. I think I'm gonna do this. Okay, now you'll do 20. You'll do 70. And you'll do 10. Yeah. And I guess I'm just gonna feed top floor for now. We miss another collector, but that's the life. We missed that collector, and it's okay, basically. Alright. Plink has generated one morsel. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Streamer cannot legally complain anymore. Plink has done the bare minimum. It's over. We got him. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Molten Encasement here. The Molten Encasement will allow Morsel Master to survive the next sweep. Very nice. Give you a little extra attack. Throw you a lifesteal. Should not give this guy free rage. Acceptable. And Umbra Assault draw was very solid. Now Morsel Master lives. Unfortunately, I don't get to put any morsels down here, but on the bright side, I was probably not going to get to play any morsels anyway. Never mind. Yeah, who's talking shit about Plink? Who in their right mind would talk shit about Plink when Plink is clearly the best card in the game? Am I right, fellas? You see that? Plink's insane. My god. Why would anyone ever talk about negatively about Plink? It seems actually really easy. Just roll well? Like, why have I just rolled my dice poorly all these times instead of rolling well? I don't know. Kind of a throw. Put this here with an Intent on Death holdover plan. We win from here, of course. Nothing goes by anymore. We just out-stealth the stealth boss. Throw you 2 Morsel Miners, throw you an Antumbra. Yeah, once we get... I need 1 Morsel Generator that is an Antumbra Assault, like 1 more. Probably the best one to find is... It's probably Gemtrove is going to be our best pickup, but Gemtrove's a little bit... It's going to be a little cluttering. But it's still probably Gemtrove. Grovel's also fine. Hell's Banners is sweet. Oh, hey. That's both of them. Excellent. Which one's better? Great question. Let me take a drink of water while I consider. I think that it's probably Gemtrove since we have so much energy and the extra morsels should be fine. I'm pretty sure it's Gemtrove. I think that in this circumstance, Gemtrove is the way. Engulfed in Smoke is kind of a nice plan, but we have Intent on Death, which is just... Intent on Death is just Engulfed in Smoke, but for 2 less energy, and already having holdover. Which is really funny. Alright, all in all, I mean, so far this run's been going pretty smooth. I don't know if... I think that Umbra Melting hasn't gotten easier, I've just gotten better at it. It's been my experience. We're gonna go right, because we want to hit high value paths. I don't really need anything from that steel shop right now. Like a plus 25 on Allied Construct is fine, but he's also doing well enough with Primordium. I wonder if I'm supposed to be just pumping Primordium into Crucible Warden. 3 damage shield and then a plus 60. Makes him do 95 times 2. Probably should just do that. The Morsel Master needs upgrades. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take Mind Jacks and then we're just gonna pump everything into Crucible Warden here. And I'll grab a Space Prism. Duplicate. Although I can also duplicate Intent on Death. I'll probably duplicate Intent on Death later. Now this is Spell Shield Fell, so this is a relatively easy combat. Blinding and Looming is Dazed on Rally, and I believe Looming is the Harvest on Death. Harvest on Death? Oh, is this the new effect for Phased? That's kind of sick. I gotta say, that looks pretty good. We're gonna throw an Allied Construct. I think I'm going to put him top floor and just let him chill up here. Alright, Prism Retrieval, don't let me down. Excellent work. That's a big boy. We can actually wipe this floor here with this guy too. I'm fine with that, because then I can play Primordium here. And this is the Rally Dazed, which is fine. So I wonder, it said in the patch notes that they're planning on doing Rally Dazed. Oh, Looming's the incant one. That's fine too. They're planning on doing the Rally Apply Dazed, no longer applying the Morsels thing soon, which is good news for Umbra, as always. I hope that that is... I don't think that's in the game right now, though. Hello and welcome to my seminar on why I do not like Plink. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. I honestly, on random effects like that, wish that bosses weren't targeted. Or were not able to be targeted, I should say. Well, I guess I just miss Morsel Master here. Kinda awkward. It's not like it's that big of a deal. I'm not playing that many morsels here anyway. We'll get back around to him, I'm sure. Also, if you haven't noticed, this train steward is just ending the world. The doom of worlds sits in the middle of my floor. And this is blinding. Rally resolve. Solid. Alright. Missing the Morsel Master is a shame. However, I'm pretty sure that this guy's just gonna crunch. This is looming. Now we just start stacking up stealth also. Yeah, this is definitely look at my relics, man. These are some pretty crazy relics. I like having relics like this that each answer a problem, right? Energy relic, space relic. It's kind of nutty. This Rally Dazed relic, or shard rather. Fine with me. There is that clash between morsels and stealth happening here, but also because the stealth is held over, it's not even that big of a deal. And once we hit Morsel Master, things look even cleaner. This is the on rally one. Yeah. If I had one more space, I would just save this guy. Yeah. Too bad. 31 damage into the boss instead. I mean, look at our boy on the mid floor here. He's a 107 times 2. That's the thing about this Primordium, is your units just get huge if you have multi-strike. This guy kills double heavies on his own. It's massive. Absolutely insane. A gem trove up here, of course. Now this is Looming. Looming is, of course, the one that is going to incant to increase our spell's cost. I mean, there's no reason for me not to double Plink down here. It does not affect the final spell that's cast. Like, the spell that's cast does not end up having its cost increased. I talk a lot, and yet somehow I continue to say nothing. I guess these train stewards are nice because they just give me something to kill. Oh, did I intent on death already? That's my bad. Yeah, that's my mistake. It's fine though. I feel very strong for Seraph. The only thing we're going to have to watch out for is double heavies on Seraph are not going to be killed. Because this guy on Seraph is going to be a 135 times 2. Now there's the potential no double heavies on Seraph still, which I am aware of. I'm gonna do this for morsels. It's tough, but you know, do what you gotta do to get that morsel. Gotta get my fix, you know. Yeah, Alloyed Construct is basically going to stay in this run so that he can. Oops. Oh well. Alloyed Construct's going to be here to take melee weakness, but I don't necessarily need a unit to take melee weakness anymore because of the change, right? It seems like it's not that big of a deal. Forever Consumed is not bad. These cards are worthless. I don't like these. Forever Consumed is not the worst, but I don't think I need it here. I think we're okay without it. In a run where I had, like, if I had 23 cards right now, I'd probably grab Forever Consumed. Since I have 29, however, it's a little more messy. I'm going to skip it. And we're just going to keep taking draw. Having 29 cards with 7 draw is not so bad. You can kind of be a little more flexible here with our number of cards. I have no spells worth upgrading except for Gem Trove. But Gem Trove also generates 3 energy, so the card's basically worth 1. It costs 1 right now, more or less. See what the Trinket Shop has. Votive Key, Fused Mallet, and Encased Ember. I'm telling you, Infused Mallet shows up on all of my runs. I think that this relic shows up on every run I play. This is definitely just confirmation bias, but also it's following me, and please call for help before it's too late. I've talked about this event. Sometimes on events like this is an event that's actually impactful, and I don't know if I've given a full discussion of the event lately. So let me walk you through each of the choices here and when you pick each choice. How's that sound? So first off is Gift of Gratitude. Gift of Gratitude is good if... Gift of Gratitude is basically the one you take if you're either A, able to generate a lot of energy, which we are, or B, later in the game, like we are now, floor 7, and you don't want Heaven's Gold because you don't think you'll need it. Gift of Gratitude is good for either of those circumstances. Essentially, in this run, we can expect Gift of Gratitude to be worth around 200 to 240 gold, I think. 5 or 6 energy is not crazy to see ourselves spending on this. We've had as high as 8. Heaven's Gold is good always. It's very rare that you see yourself in a position where Heaven's Gold is not good, because Heaven's Gold... Well, it doesn't sound crazy strong, but if you look at it, right, we take this and our Pyre attack goes from 40 to 61. What does that mean? It means that if a heavy goes up after being hit like 1 time for 10, say, a 190 heavy goes down to 180. Currently, if that were to be the case, we would take 50 damage. With a Heaven's Gold pickup, we instead take 30. Effectively, halving the amount of damage we take. It's not exactly halved, but you understand. It's hard to see a situation where Heaven's Gold is bad. It's even better if you have Pyre Wall, increased Pyre Health, or Vapor Funnel. Or if you're just certain that you're going to leak heavies, you're going to bleed through, it's really good for that. Do I think we're going to leak heavies? It is hard to say right now. I can give you that for sure. I'm not certain. So Heaven's Gold is never wrong to pick this, right? And then Petty Theft is good if you would take Gift of Gratitude, but you're on like 4, 2, or 3 and you're seeing this event, because Petty Theft over the course of an entire run is worth more than Gift of Gratitude will be. You can kill maybe 2 enemies per round or per combat with this. You can come away with like an extra 300 or 400 gold on your run. Or you can also pick this if you're really, really lacking in direct damage and you really, really need it. I'm gonna go with Gift of Gratitude here after discussing it, because I think that we should be okay against heavies. And our health is high enough that I'm not super worried about it, so we just cash this bad boy in and then we buy like 2 relics off of it. But there's your rundown. That's how I feel about each of the choices there. We're going to leave these Train Stewards in, because they might actually just take the place of Allied Construct on the top floor. Potentially. And I think I'm going to Purge. I mean, we have reached the point where Plink is never going to do anything, so we're going to get rid of it. Enemies have at least 3 health, and I can't afford anything here. Superfood. Superfood's worthless. I have no way to buff him. The way the superfood works is it adds also adds his status effects. So if Primordium has multi-strike when he's eaten, he passes on multi-strike. If Primordium has lifesteal, he passes on lifesteal. I have no way to buff Primordium, except for like damage shield. I'm going to just go all the way on aggressive edible. Right there, that may be what... If I wanted to go buffet, I would have taken the buffet path. Ugh. Armor 20. I'm gonna not pick Armor 20 here. We have the big Gift of Gratitude cash in, and I'm a little worried that I'm gonna take a bunch of damage from curses here. I want to make it as easy as possible to kill off these curses. Primordium is going to lose a stack to Morsel Master here, huh? Unless I put Allied Construct down in front. It's not crazy to do that. I think it's not crazy to be flexible like this. If you were wondering, the answer is no, you cannot double Primordium there. It's not possible. I don't love this, but I also do not absolutely hate it because we can just send the runoff up here. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of money off of Gift of Gratitude here. We're going to get 280. This does 10. Yeah, I'm gonna take 280 gold there. Now the question is, do I kill the Collector for money or do I kill the Purifier? I take the money. Of course I take the money. You kidding me? That was a swing of 380 gold on that turn. I would say, if you were asking my professional opinion, that is roughly a lot of gold. Roughly. Close. It is close, but that is a lot of gold, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna go ahead and drop a gem trove here. Because now, when we set ourselves like this, we do really want the... we want extra morsels for sure to buff up Crucible Warden. We're gonna go ahead. You're gonna be big. We're gonna just make this guy kill double heavies, I think, is gonna be our line here. Burn the self-mutilation, burn the drag. What's in here? Mortal encasement. Yeah. Mortal encasement? Molten encasement. I actually think it's pretty solid to just put a Train Steward up here. Like this. My reasoning here is that what it looks like is going to happen after this wave is Allied Construct's going to chunk the Gilded Wing, and then this guy will finish the Gilded Wing. If I put a Train Steward up there, the Train Steward should stop me from taking 3 damage. And in this case, he might stop me from taking 10. I'm not doing the actual math on this because I cannot be bothered to do so. However, at 110, I mean, Plink actually does it here. Didn't even matter that it did not go in the direction I wanted it to go in because it just does it always. Go ahead and Mind Collapse. Mind Collapse a curse away? Yeah, and then we just play these curses, I think. And I think we walk away from this combat without taking any damage. I know I could have played Train Steward Molten Encasement here. I guess I should have, but I kind of want to save them. Maybe I should have, but I have so much space on this mid floor now that Primordium's dead. Yeah. And make sure I intent on death last. Very important to remember. 5. So we only get 1 more play here. And then they hit the limit. Okay. Yeah, and we're gonna walk away from this fine. Even though there's a lot of curses, it doesn't really matter because we have so much energy and so much card draw that the curses don't negatively affect us that much. Yeah, being able to be flexible on this round was very important. I do not know what boss it is because I never pay attention. My eyes are closed when the boss section pops up. It tells me what boss it is and I'm busy saying, no, I don't need to look at that. Don't show me that thing, it's scary. Please, I'm afraid. I should do it like this. Also, like, just as a general rule, engulfed in smoke, especially now that Seraph is not... or the melee weakness is going to run out, right? Because in the past, it was a little bad to do this if I wasn't able to generate enough stealth to win the game, because Seraph would... he'd just kill you, basically. Your stealth would run out and then he would crush you like the bug you are. He would squash you like a bug. However, now that melee weakness decays, it should be free. Solid. Yeah, 7 stealth, 185 times 2. Once we hit this point, the run is over. So it's just that rocky early game. The patch said that Seraph is easier in the early game. It doesn't really matter who we're feeding at this point. I'll pick up the feast here. I think I'll pick up the feast here. Maybe I should just grab grovel. If I could pick grovel and feast, I would. I think that without feast, I should just take grovel though. I'm gonna go with that. Fatal melting is not the worst grab here. We're afraid of those backlines, especially if it's Shade Wings, because like, oh my god, if it's Shade Wings. Okay, let me enjoy the tic tacs of my keyboard as I make a new entry into my log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, that's 8 waves for the Seraph. We're gonna go to the right here for removals, and I think that I guess I could look for something for the Morsel Master, but I think I prefer the right path here. I guess I could have taken Feast and then duplicated Gem Trove. Oh, Waxer Snuffer. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Let's take our removals here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove Dregs now. They're mostly just gonna get in the way. I'm kinda scared that they added a bunch of Shade Wings to this combat and it's just going to start running me over now. That's gonna be kinda terrifying, if it's the case. Blood Anvil and Flicker's Liquor. These are good relics, of course. However, since we already have 2 energy relics, I don't need these. Let's just roll. Lightstone Casing. Does Lightstone Casing let us do anything interesting here? There's a remove consume in this shop? I don't think it does. Refined Void's kind of cool. I think I like Refined Void the most here. The section where you die is in the early game with this run, when we're still getting off the ground, and Refined Void stops that, in theory. I think it's fine. And then we will take a removal onto the last plink. Acceptable. Okay. Let's see what they did to Seraph spawn order, because if this is harder, I'm scared. What's it gonna be, Seraph? Oh god, what is this? Alright. There's Shade Wings. You know, nothing too big, just the scariest enemy in the video game in my opinion. Just kind of chilling here. Now remember that Seraph incants. I think that because he's only a single hit, I'm not super worried about how high his attack gets, right? We ignore his attack for the most part. We're gonna play Allied Construct top 4 this time, and we're gonna play you mid 4. Or you a Primordium. I think the Space Prisms should go top 4, and we should put a Train Steward up here to help out. Yeah, and that's acceptable. We want to... I don't think I need to turn this guy on. I think it's better to get an extra damage shield out. The Shade Wings, as I'm sure you're aware... Oh my god, there's 2 of them. 2 Shade Wings. Okay. So on the bright side, damage shield, right? This right here is the exact case for the Refined Void as well, right? Because these 2 hits get hit by damage shield, this guy hits for 30, and he hits for 32. My man is taking 62 right now, right? 64? No, wait. 32? Yeah, 62. Okay. Solid. So, first of all, intent on death. I'm going to, again, incant him. I'm going to rally him. I'm not super worried about it all. We're going to play Morsel Master. That kills him, but then we're just going to ping this guy away and that no longer kills him. Now he's going to get a bunch of rallies from the Morsels I'm about to play, and that is okay, because the rallies are not super scary. Oh, he gets 2 now. So I guess that was a bug with Morsel Master in the past? I guess that was a bug. They must have changed how rally works. Weird. Yeah, I'm just going to incant him because I'm not afraid though. We're basically going to be invisible and untargetable. So it doesn't matter what his attack is to me. And melee weakness is going to go away now. So before this patch, this man's melee weakness would have stacked up because he didn't take damage. Before the patch, he would have taken another stack of melee weakness the next time he got hit, basically. So thankfully that has been changed. I don't need to worry about the Space Prism on this floor, I don't think. Let's see. I can Space Prism, but it's not super worth it. I'm pretty sure we're done here, is what I'm trying to get at. I'm pretty sure we have won this. Doesn't get anything on Slay. I could save you. Oh, that one's just bad. Just don't do that. But yeah, this will also look a lot different when the change comes. He would have a lot less attack here if it weren't for the Morsel Master morsels, right? However, oh, I have not been recording these waves, have I? Is this wave 3? This is wave 3, this is wave 4. Let me get these waves down. Sorry, my bad. 10 190 plus Shade Wings and 2 10 190s. They did bring back double heavies. I had a feeling that double heavies weren't going to be gone for very long, I will say it. I had a feeling we were going to be seeing double heavies again pretty soon. I was not incorrect. I'm gonna need to activate Top Floor Boy a little more here. I'm gonna need to do something about the fact that he's unable to do anything because he has no fuel. And I can't throw these guys away because Seraph's there. I guess I can throw these guys away up here, actually. I can throw one of them away. I'll throw the Train Steward away. And I'll throw the Drag up here just in case. It's gonna eat the Morsel. I put it up there to take the melee weakness, but I'm pretty sure Seraph has to go mid-4 here. Yeah, I had a feeling he had to go mid-4. Well, that's a mistake. That's okay. We can get this guy below 160, which is good. And yeah, we're going to Intent on Death every time we can. I'm fine. Like, he's at 30. So now Seraph is average, right? He has reached the point where he is now an average enemy. Unfortunately, cannot... I mean, I'm not going to incant him. I guess I should have incanted him because the damage shield and the stealth, it's just... It doesn't matter. Let me put it like this. We could go into Relentless right now and win the game. This is just one 10-190, or was this a 10-190 and something? This was a 10-190 and a 15-3. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting to actually write down everything, so now I'm having to guess. 10-190 and Shade Wings. I'll cross-reference this when I stream this game again. I'll make sure that this is correct. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and throw... it's like he's getting big and it's kind of scary, but it's also not scary whatsoever because this guy's massive and he has a ton of stealth. Like it's reasonable to be afraid, but it's also we have so much stealth, right? Like don't forget we have 13 stealth, and when one of these guys dies before the stealth runs out too, so we have +4 stealth on top of whatever I think I have here. It's crazy. It's a lot of stealth. If I put this here, it's fine. We clear it. We can take nothing on this combat. You know, I talk shit about the advanced prototype in the late game, and yet... Who's talking shit now, Look at that. Advanced Prototype's kinda sick against this Seraph, too. Like, it's kinda nasty. Tank 1. Tank 10, 190, and Shade Wings. I cannot believe they put Shade Wings in this combat. I mean, I can believe it, but it's also so terrifying. I think the first thing that basically everyone said when we encountered melee weakness was, God, imagine this but with Shade Wings. Now we don't have to imagine. It's fine, we have 16 stealth on a man who does 200 per round, but you know, it's just a little scary. And then he spawns at 10, 190, and a Shade Wings. Would we have won this without Intent on Death? That's a good question. Probably not. I think we would have gotten... I mean, we would have had to have played it a lot differently, but we probably could have won this without Intent on Death, is what I'll say. But it would have been a little scary. Grovel was kind of worthless. The Feast might have been better. But in the same vein, right, if I had the Feast there instead of the Grovel, it would have been similarly worthless. But yeah, as it turns out... Seraph the Patient, with his melee weakness and his higher attack than the regular Seraph, he's still, in fact, dead if you stack up 22 stealth. Yep. It's true. As it turns out, you still beat this guy with 22 stealth. Who knew? Primordium, I think of all of the champions as super weird because it's like not having a champion, right? It's like I put the champion down and then he super buffs one of my units with aggressive edible and then he just goes away. And I just don't think about him anymore. There's very little thinking or actual planning around Primordium. You just slap him down behind a Gorger and you supercharge up one Gorger like that. Make that guy into a heavy killing monster. Aggressive edible is... I think aggressive edible is busted because with multi-strike you create a unit who beats double heavies and bosses. And that's it. Like, it's just crazy to me. That guy kills double heavies with a little assistance and he kills bosses. All you have to do is kill backline, but like Morsel Master kills backline, so all you have to do is not get one shot by Seraph the Patient's spell weakness. Thank you, stealth effects. How about it? A Seraph that's easier to fight with Crucible Collector or Crucible Warden than Collector, as long as you don't consider the part where there were 4 enemies on the floor and Crucible Collector can't take multi-strike. It's like, it's kind of a toss-up, right? I think that Crucible Warden is a little better with Primordium than Crucible Collector. Damage Shield Man gets to take multi-strike, which is very good. I think Alloyed Construct got a lot better. I mean, hell, dude, I put multi-strike on a Shadow Eater with aggressive edible, and that thing started going insane. You can do it with basically anything, but don't neglect to put in Morsel Generation. Primordium's probably the most straightforward to pilot, though. I think of the new champions, he's the easiest to play with. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.